everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Goblin Talk. And welcome to the first ever solo episode of Goblin Talk. That's right, I'm going to be doing this all by myself. Just going to give a general life update, MMF update, tell some summer fun stories. It's going to be a blast. Stick around. We got a lot to talk about today. First thing I want to talk about is just some general life events that I think are going to come back later in other conversations. So just wanted to bring them up now. First off, this year I got a new job towards the beginning of 2024. So I really had to kind of put the podcast on hold for a little bit just to get my bearings. I'm working in a new field now. It's something I never worked in before. So it took a lot of focus and a lot of dedication to really get into the swing of things. I feel like I'm at a point now where the season's kind of calming down a little bit, and I could start focusing more on my creative outlet again. Another big change in my life is I'm recently single. So a couple months ago, I broke up with my girlfriend of 5 years. We're still very good friends. We just had some differences in life goals, and we just had to stop dating. It basically, we didn't really have a future together, but we still were really good friends. We both decided that we should just stop being boyfriend and girlfriend. But now we're back in the swing of things. So let's rock and roll. Another thing that happened to me in 2024, I stopped wrestling. So a lot of people that know me through Dr. Leroy Venkman or through professional wrestling. That's something I've been doing since I literally the week I got out of college, I became a professional wrestler. It was like beginning of June 10th, 2021. I had my first day training. So I did it for a couple years, and I don't want to go in too much detail today, but I basically just got tired of doing it, and it just was taking up a lot of time in my life, and there were other things that I had to focus on, like my new job, and I wasn't getting the same satisfaction out of it at the time. So I said, I need to take a break. So I stopped wrestling. Will I come back? I'm definitely not closing the door on that yet. I would like to come back, at least have, some more matches before I officially put the doctor to rest. But as of now, I'm just going to be focusing on other things. So that's where we're currently at. I'm going to leave it as fucking ambiguous and annoying of an answer as possible. It's funny. As soon as you say, you want to stop wrestling, everybody in your fucking life hits you up. When's your next match? When's your next match? When's your next match? Like, where were you the last couple of years that I invited you to like 50 different matches and you didn't show up to any of them? Now that I don't want to do it, you want to come to a match? Fuck off, dude. Of course, the people that do come to my matches and ask that question, I love you. It's a reasonable question. I'm only talking about the people that never came and then were invited a million times. Those people suck. Next topic. I've been trying to stay healthy and go to the gym. So I go to the gym 4 or 5 nights a week. So a little bit of the reason why I just haven't been as creative is I've just been kind of working on myself, trying to get back out there, back into the world, and trying to stay healthy and just, improve my body instead of just, just either stuttering or going in decline, which is very easy to do when major life events happen to you. So I wanted to make sure I was, staying healthy, eating healthy, and get myself in a positive trajectory as quickly as possible. A lot of people have been asking, about like the lack of posts and things like that. The MMF show is mainly run by me. I have a lot of friends who help, but nobody's really producing or creating or editing anything but me. So when my life kind of takes a turn for the worse or shits the bed a little bit, it's just I don't have anybody to help me. So maybe that's a goal for 2024, to have somebody actually be an editor or content creator for the channel to help bridge the gaps when, something goes wrong in my life, or I have to be somewhere, or I have to do something. It would be really cool to have. So that's definitely a goal for the company going forward. Let's talk about some fun topics. So it's summer. I always love the summer. I think it's my favorite season. There's always fun things going on. To start off the summer, the coolest thing ever happened. My sister got married. Woo! First wedding in the family. That was pretty awesome. I haven't been a part of a wedding party since I was like 4 years old. So It was kind of like a new experience for me. And me and the other groomsmen, were pounding some drinks during the day, taking a million photos. And right after the ceremony happened, I was just starting to like feel a little drunk. And then I was bombarded with like 300 of my family friends and cousins and aunts and uncles that I hadn't seen in a while. So that was a pretty gnarly experience. We're like, hey, how you doing? Oh, long time no see. Just right into the shit. It was a lot of fun. I just always remember that moment of as soon as like the buzz started to rock, uh, 300 people came in and all wanted to talk to me immediately. Can't imagine what it's like to be the fucking bride or the groom. Hi, how are you? Oh, thanks for coming. Hi, how are you? Oh, thanks for coming. um, so that was a great way to kick off the summer. Another awesome thing that happened was I played for a baseball team again this summer, the German Valley Colonials. It was a ton of fun. All the guys on my team are really cool. Unfortunately, we got bounced in the first round of the playoffs, but just being together and playing baseball is enough to make it worth it to be on the team. We all have so much fun. There's so many memes going around, and we all really have like a special bond. And we just had our awards dinner, and I got the chance to give a speech at that dinner, and it went over really well. So I was really proud of that. People always think that I'm like an idiot and I don't know how to public speak, and I think that's kind of annoying, to be honest, but I can rock a crowd, dude. I can get them pumped. I can get them inspired. I can, hit the Shine Heat comeback. I can go fucking Jordan Belfort and start screaming on the mic and have people clap for me. Like, I love public speaking. It's a really fun thing to do. The people that think I'm an idiot, go fuck yourself. But yeah, baseball is awesome, and I love playing for the German Valley Colonials, even though I'm not good at the sport. I am not a good baseball player. I want to be good at baseball more than any other sport in the world. It's a very hard sport. But I have gotten better from my first season to my second season. So that's something to be proud of. Some other things that have been fun. I went to Atlantic City with some friends this summer. Atlantic City is kind of like a shithole. I remember it being nice when I was a kid. I used to go there with my family, and it always felt nice. Maybe it's because my dad always got like the VIP treatment. Like we had a butler and everything. Like just going there as a casual, it's kind of a shithole. We went into our room. There was like cigarette butts on the floor. It was just nasty. Like I immediately called up like, yo, I need somebody up here right now, clean this room, redo everything. This is not okay, not acceptable. Like not even to sound like, like a spoiled brat or anything. Like you pay $200 a night for a room. Like there shouldn't be trash on the floor. Somebody should at least vacuum that shit up. But other than that, the trip was really fun. My friends and I, we went on the beach. I hadn't been on the beach all summer because of my job. The busy season's really during the summer. So we were on the beach. We were swimming in the ocean. We were partying in a cabana bar, playing cornhole, drinking. At night, we went to clubs. The first night, we went to this place called Boogie Nights at the Tropicana. Absolutely dead. All old people. And I remember Boogie Nights back in the day playing like, pour some sugar on me. They were literally just playing like disco, and disco sucks. Not even like the Bee Gees. They were just playing like this off-brand disco, and nobody was into it. The second night, we went to this place called HQ at the Ocean. That place was lit. Anybody that knows me knows I like rock and metal music. Like I'm not like an EDM guy or whatever. We had some drinks. I got in the zone and I was on the dance floor. I was going fucking ham to those bass drops. Like every single song was just a build up and then a bass drop, a build up and then a bass drop. There was like no, verses or anything, just like build up, bass drop. And I was getting into it, dude. I know like EDM is not really like headbang music, but it didn't matter to me. I was hitting those bass drops hard. And another thing that my friends and I kind of pointed out is like, you go to a bar and you go up to girls and you try talking to them, like you're instantly like, they're like in defense mode. You go out there and you just have fun. Like girls will start looking at you and be like, who is that guy? I'm new to this whole scene again, because remember, as soon as I got in the sexy boy phase when I was like 19, I was with a couple girls, and then I met my girlfriend. The whole like meeting people, and it's like I'm brand new to it again. Another thing that happened this summer, I finally got to see Slipknot again. The last time I saw them, I was like 19. It was at MSG, and they had the whole floor with chairs. Like only the very front was a pit. Like what the hell is that? It must just be a money thing. When I saw Limp Bizkit at MSG, the whole place was a floor. It was awesome. There was all these giant pits. Everyone really got to thrive. But Slipknot and Pantera, when I saw Pantera this year, they put chairs all up to the floor on MSG, and then only the very front is a pit. I think that's sacrilege. It shouldn't be allowed, and I think it really kills like the vibe for general admission. Like if you're going to pay for a general admission ticket, you should be able to mosh. It wasn't like the dream Slipknot experience for me because it was all just the first album. They didn't advertise this, but they only played stuff off the self-titled album. And I love that album, don't get me wrong. But I brought friends with me, and one of my friends is more of a basic Slipknot fan. Like he only knows like the mega hits. So it went from him knowing probably like 6 or 7 Slipknot songs to like knowing like 2. Like he knew like Spit It Out and like Sick. And they opened with Sick. And that was his favorite song. So that kind of got kibosh for him real quick. He still had a good time, but you know, if they played like Duality, the Heretic Anthem, like it would have been a lot better of experience for probably everyone in the building, even though everybody loves that first album. Normally when I go see a show, I'll maybe have like a couple beers max. My friend was really encouraging me, like, let's start off the night right. Like, let's get like a liquor drink. So we got some liquor drinks, and then the tall boys started rolling, and I was banging my motherfucking head to like the opening bands, dude. Like it got wild real quick. In between bands, I was like singing songs. Like the whole section kind of started singing along with me. Like they played Sugar on the radio. It was like, the kombucha mushroom people sitting around all day. We were all singing together. That was an amazing experience. I wish somebody had that on video. Like I was like charging like this whole like section of the crowd to sing along. Also sang Roots. I sang all of Roots. Roots, Bloody Roots. Yeah, that's fucking stupid. I definitely would have done that unless I was rocking hard, you know? And eventually, like, I think on my third or fourth beer, the lady really liked me. And she liked the shirt I was wearing because she works at MSG. She likes the Rangers. And she gave me a discount. Like, she swiped this card and gave me, like, half off on my next beer. Shout out to that lady. She was cool. After the concert, after they played Surfacing, if you don't know Surfacing, it's the song where it goes, fuck it all, fuck this world, fuck everything that you stand for. I was in the bathroom. I guess at the end of the night, MSG, everybody's so drunk that they're just pissing all over the place. There was literally piss like all over the bathroom. And someone else who was drunk was like, there's piss on the floor, piss on the floor. And then as a joke, I went, take a shit on the floor, take a shit on the floor. And then some jerk off yells like, hey, I got my kid in here with me, man. And without any hesitation, I was like, hey, I got my kid in here with me, man. You can't say shit on the floor, even though I took my kid to see a band that literally has the lyrics, slit your throat and fuck the wound and put my face in and feel that swoon. And the whole bathroom, huge pop. Everybody started laughing after that. But like, think about that, the logistics. The dad's okay with all that filth on the stage, but me saying shit on the floor. Oh, Jesus Christ, call the fucking Pope, get this guy arrested. You're going to get mad at a few like idiots in the bathroom going, piss on the floor, shit on the floor. Bros are going to be bros, bro. Other funny stuff happened at the Slipknot concert. Maybe we'll wait for my friend Christian to be on the podcast. We'll talk about that shit another time. What I want to do before we end the show today is answer some questions from some friends and some fans. I posted a poll on my Instagram just saying like, hey, you want to give me some questions for the solo pod? And I actually got a couple. So the first question is, when am I guesting on your podcast? Okay. I get this question all the time. The answer is I want to have pretty much every one of my close friends on the podcast. Like I was talking about earlier, you know, being the sole editor and creator for the company, I have a lot of talent that helps me film and, you know, make the content, but I'm the only guy behind the scenes that's really editing and creating stuff, currently at least. Sometimes I get out of rhythm when life shit happens and I don't have time to film all these podcasts because if I don't edit it right away, odds are I'm going to forget about it or it's going to be on the shelf for forever. So I'd rather film something, get it done instead of just filming like 100 podcasts, never finishing them. So I have a line of people currently waiting to be on the podcast, another line of people that have expressed interest in being on the podcast. So the answer is I'm going to get to all of you. Just got to wait. There's a lot of podcasts to be made. We have a lot of time to take care of everybody. The next question is, who would win in a fight? Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys without his Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys without his glasses, or Nacho Libre without the eagle egg? Okay, I'm sorry, Bubbles, but Nacho Libre is definitely going to win this fight. Bubbles got taken out by Sam Loscow, and he had his glasses and nunchucks. Nacho's going to come in, fucking anaconda squeeze, the eagle dive. Bubbles is going to be crying real quick. You made Bubbles cry. You're making Bubbles cry. If it was the Green Bastard, though, different story. How has your experience been with MMF? What would you change if you could? Well, first of all, it's been amazing so far. I've loved pretty much everything that we've done, from like the music stuff to making the movie. I know it's still not released yet, but that was a huge moment in my life trying to make that full-length movie. If I could change something, I guess it would be delegate less of the work. The first like 2 or 3 years, where we're on their third year now, of post-production for our movie, I had like 5 or 6 friends that were like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to edit this part of the movie, blah, blah. I was doing all the footage. Everybody else was doing, sound or graphics or whatever. I learned kind of like the hard way, like you can't always rely on people that are your friends to do things in a timely manner, especially if they say they'll do it for free, because everyone's busy with their own lives. The first thing that's going to get pushed back is like a favor. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how the world is, I don't have any personal grudges with anybody or anything. But one thing I would change if I could go back in time is I would delegate less of the work. I would do things my way, even if they're going to be lower quality. People have other skills that I don't have. I would just do it my way, because at least it'll get done. Like I finished editing the visual part of the movie within like 6 months. And we're on 3 years of post-production now because I delegated so much. And at the time, I just thought that everybody would, finish everything in X amount of time. But it didn't end up working out that way. The worst thing for me is when I'm trying to be productive about something and I just have to wait. That frustrates me so much. That used to be when I was in a metal band, there was always somebody we were waiting for somebody to finish this thing with their life, somebody to finish editing something, somebody to finish writing something. Nobody was ever on the same level of let's get this done mentally that I wanted to be at when I was in a band. I don't want to have that situation for any of my projects going forward. I would rather just do the work myself. Unfortunately for music, for the longest time, I had no ability to do any of the post or editing myself, but now I've gotten a little bit better with that. Not good, not great, but I'm a little bit better. What is something you have made that you are the most proud of? Well, I am really proud of the movie. Obviously, it's not out yet, but I've watched it many times, and every time I watch it, it's like a love-hate relationship. There's some things that I wish we could go back and change, or things that I've learned, as a filmmaker now that I would have done differently back then. Every year that goes by, something new always comes into my head. But I'm still very proud of it. But I would say the thing that I'm most proud of probably to this day is the stuff I used to make when I was like 14, 15, 16, 17. If you go back and watch some of those videos, like my Vietnam War video, my Civil War video, like all these history videos that I used to make, like we made some pretty big productions and we had a lot of kids, a lot of shit organized. And I was the guy, the backbone of all that. I call everybody, I got everybody to show up. I got all the props, all the costumes. I edited it. So I edited it. So I did all that shit before I was even 18 years old. Looking back on that era, I'm always very proud of that stuff. That was the last question that I'm going to answer for today. This was actually a lot of fun, kind of therapeutic. I liked talking to myself. I didn't think it would be that good. I'm actually coming off of being sick this week, so my voice is starting to get a little hoarse. So this might be a good place to end it for now. But that was a lot of fun. I would definitely be interested in doing another solo podcast, not like too frequently, every once in a while, just to pop in, just do some self-therapy. As we said earlier on this podcast, there are a lot of people waiting to be on the fucking show, so I can't just do everything by myself. But thank you all for listening if you made it this far. I really appreciate you and look forward to some more consistent content going forward. Let's do it. Let's fucking go.